What's going on, everyone? I'm Aaliyah Saturday, and after all this time away from each other, welcome back to an all-new episode of Entertainment Overload. I have to say, I miss saying that, so without further ado, let's jump right in. Today's episode, we are going to do something a little bit different by doing a nostalgia episode. We're going to be taking a look at some iconic movies from the 80s and 90s. I'm Aaliyah Saturday.
I'm Nicholas Amaran. So sit back, relax, and don't go anywhere because we got a lot
to see. Another exciting edition of
Entertainment Overload.
Welcome back. Let's get into our first piece of film history, one that I think that we can all agree in saying is definitely a classic, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Taking place on a normal day in 1985, the movie follows the character Ferris Bueller and what kind of trouble he gets into when he skips school for a day. Let's take a look.
It's getting pretty tough coming up with new illnesses. It's a little childish, but then so is high school.
Annie, you're not going to school like this.
Call if you need us.
They bought it. How could I possibly be expected to handle school on a day like this?
Bueller.
Cameron, babe, get dressed and come on over.
Bueller.
He has been absent 9 times.
Bueller.
My father spent 3 years restoring this car.
I guess that's my dad. What are we gonna do?
What aren't we going to do?
Why should he get to ditch?
Something's going on. Say, Ferris.
Bueller.
I hate him.
Life moves pretty fast.
You're crazy!
If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
He's very popular, Ed. They think he's a righteous dude.
Now, I gotta say that one of my favorite parts of the movie, and it's not even an actual thing, like really talked about in the movie, is how cool the car is that they're driving. It's a 1985 Ferrari California GTO, and it really, really, really hurts me that they decide to just watch it crash out of a garage because it's one of the most high-priced Ferraris ever made, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful car, and they're just like, oh, let's break it. And it wasn't even like a kit car, like how like some movies put the body of a high-end car on like the frame of like a Crown Vic. That's an actual 250 GTO. That car nowadays is like worth millions, and they just buy
And now it's gone. That was Cameron's dad's car, right?
Yeah.
And then because they drove it around because to look cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so how do you feel about the people who stole the car, like at the beginning of the movie?
I would have done the same thing.
So, wait, you're sad to see it
Crash,
but
I would have taken it for a joyride.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the villain here.
Oh, 100%. I don't want to see it get hurt, but I would totally, if I had the chance to drive it, I would totally do it.
Yeah, villain. He's a villain here. I think everyone remembers the first time they watched this movie. I watched this like embarrassingly recently, like 2 years ago, I think. I watched it for the first time 2 years ago. It changed my life. It changed my personality for the following like 3 months. I was Ferris Bueller for Halloween like a couple years ago. It was my whole personality. I think that Cameron deserves better friends because they ruined his life.
I don't know about ruining it, but they definitely made it more interesting.
They ruined his life. I guess he's more like likely to stand up to his dad now, and he's not gonna get pushed around. But his best friend is kind of pushy, so
Peer pressure.
Exactly.
Just like Andrew's and I's relationship. We're just like,
are you gonna crash his dad's car?
No,
I
because I'm
hope
scared
not.
of his dad.
Exactly. That's the
And
only.
it's a new car.
And it's brand.
Yeah.
And even if
So
I
was-
tried to crash your dad's car, I don't think it would break.
So was
No,
Cameron's
Jeeps are
dad's car. It
indestructible.
was like brand new.
Yeah, I guess so.
And this is why you don't skip school.
Exactly. Stay in school, guys.
Next, we're going to talk about another fantastic movie that has shaped childhoods. The movie is The Breakfast Club, and we'll take a look at it right after this short commercial break. I'm totally trying to say that The Breakfast Club is one of the best movies that I remember. So let's just get back into it right after this break.
It is now 7:06.
Hughes.
You have exactly 8 hours and 54 minutes to ponder the error of your ways. Any questions?
Yeah. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
A brain, a beauty, a jock, a rebel, and a recluse.
Can't believe this is really happening to me.
Before this day is over, they'll break the rules.
Chicks cannot hold their smoke. That's what it is.
Bare their souls.
I'm a nymphomaniac.
Are your parents aware of this?
Take some chances.
Being bad feels pretty good. Huh?
And touch each other in a way they never dreamed possible.
Why'd you do that?
Because I knew you wouldn't.
The Breakfast Club. They only met once,
I don't want to be alone anymore.
You don't have to be.
but it changed their lives forever.
I mean, I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?
Universal Pictures presents Emilio Estevez, Paul Gleason, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheedy in a John Hughes film.
Why are you being so nice to me? Because you're letting me.
The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club was about breakfast, but it's not about breakfast, and I was kind of disappointed. I saw it like a very, very long time ago, so I don't really remember anything about it. But
well, technically,
it's not a breakfast.
They're there in the morning, which is breakfast time.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
but like
they were,
I was
sitting at like a restaurant, just like eating eggs, and it was like, "Hey man, let's talk about this pancake."
They're gonna go to like a diner. And,
We should. This breakfast is so good. We
lunch
should
and
start a
some
club.
waffles.
Yeah, let's talk a club.
This is
Let's
great.
start a club just about breakfast.
That's what I thought it was, like a club about breakfast. But
You're just like, "Oh my god, they're gonna talk about waffles the entire time. That's gonna be awesome."
Anyway, another.
waffles suck.
It's another movie that everyone remembers watching it for the first time.
Not
Oh
me.
yeah.
I remember I was like 8 years old, I think, and then my cousin put it on. It's like 2 a.m. We like just didn't want to go to sleep. We put it on, and I was like, "This is not how high school is." Just kidding.
No, it isn't.
I know.
Their high school looks like so cool.
Well, it's because
Their
they're probably,
library looks awesome.
That's great. But
Where's our
I feel like
library?
when people watch that as kids, they're all like, "I want to do this when I get to high school." And then you get to high school, it's like these guys were
Then you
like
get bullied.
horrible. Why would you do that? But
Why not? It's funny.
because they're so awesome and like so totally 80s.
So totally 80s.
Is this 80s or 90s?
I think it was 90s. 90s.
I think
it
so.
was 90s.
I don't
Pretty
know.
No.
They're all cool kids, and like that guy has his sunglasses on because he's just too cool for school, and then he gets punched in the face, which I think was really funny.
There's no waffles.
There's no
Unfortunately,
waffles.
there are no waffles, which I was also disappointed about. There was no waffles.
And with that being said, we'll be right back after we talk about the next set of movies that have truly changed the cinematic world. We're talking about the Back to the Future trilogy. We follow 17-year-old Marty McFly and his adventures through time in an amazingly built 1981 DeLorean DMC-12. Let's go check it out.
are you going?
About 30 years.
I have to say, as much as I want to go into the car, I'm not going to do that because I've already talked about one amazing car on this segment. But I do have to say, Back to the Future has one of the best soundtracks that I know in film. Huey Lewis and the News really put together like some amazing songs, and I think it just really brought out, I don't want to say the journey of Marty McFly, but his adventure. You know, his personality could be represented through a bunch of the songs that they chose, and I think that they just did a really good job with it, and it furthered the film journey. Really, just the Back to the Future segments just really changed how filmmaking was made and how it was looked at. It was a bunch of good ideas that came from it, and it was just, hands down, one of my best like favorite movie series of all time.
There's never gonna be another movie like that. I don't think.
I don't think they're gonna make another one.
And also, like, as cool, like as awesome as the movie is, and like as cool and like revolutionary, and like how much it impacted like the world. There's some really weird elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really weird elements to it. Like I don't know if this is wrong. I could be remembering the movie wrong, but did he like try to get with his mom?
No, his mom tried to get with him.
Oh, okay, that's really weird.
So his dad was supposed to get hit by the car. He didn't realize that and pushed his dad out of the way from getting hit by his mom's dad. So his grandfather on his mom's side hit his dad with the car.
Because he didn't know that's how they met.
Yeah, so he pushed him out of the way. So in turn, he became his mom's love interest instead of his dad becoming his mom's love interest, if that makes any sense. He altered it so that his mom would like him on accident. It's weird.
Yeah, and the whole movie's turned.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it is weird and bad. And
Typical Monday.
Typical Monday. It's just another Monday out here. So next we're going to be going into our final series. It is a trilogy of movies that captivated audiences all around the world and shaped an entire generation. I'm pretty sure you know what we're going to be talking about at this point. We're talking about the Star Wars movies. The Star Wars. This trilogy of movies were not only box office hits, but they were giant leaps in the world of film and technology. And without further ado, let's take a look at the Star Wars trailers.
Luke Skywalker was just a farm boy until he received a mysterious message from a princess.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She's beautiful.
Star Wars, starring Mark Hamill,
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Harrison Ford,
Boring conversation anyway. Whoa, we're gonna get company! I think we took a wrong turn.
Carrie Fisher,
Good luck.
Alec Guinness,
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
20th Century Fox presents the most extraordinary motion picture of all time, Star Wars.
Here's where the fun begins.
No legendary adventure of the past could be as exciting as this romance of the future.
Here they come.
May the Force be with you in Star Wars.
And we're back. So I'm pretty sure if you have been around anything that is ever, you know what Star Wars is. Even if you haven't seen it,
you know what it is.
You know what it is. You've heard of it. You've seen a clip. You've heard a reference to it. It's one of the most like influential movies of all time. It's a trap. Exactly. See, he just did two separate references. Even if you've never seen the movies, you know that's a Star Wars reference. And with that being said, I have a confession to make. I only saw one of the Star Wars movies.
Which one?
The very first one.
So episode 1 or episode 4?
Episode 1.
Oh.
Really?
All the prequels?
I've seen bits and pieces of the other ones. I've never fully sat down and watched the entire thing. But my dad really likes it, so I really like it, even though I don't fully know what's going on. I'll just watch it with my dad, and I'll listen to his theories about like Boba Fett, whatever. I do think that I think Yoda is the best. Look at him.
Okay, well.
Best, like, just character-wise. He's my he's just a guy.
He can be your favorite, but he's not the best.
No, I'm just saying, like, he's my favorite because he's just, like, a little guy. He's just a little guy.
He's a little dude with, like, dementia in the original
but
movies.
he's got, like...
Serious, he's, like, I'm pretty sure the original Yoda was, like, schizophrenic and had, like, dementia. So, he was, like, on something. You know that, like, in the original, like, actual, like, lore of Yoda, the cane that he walks with is, like, infused with medicine. So he can, like, I don't want to say chew on his cane to calm him down.
Really?
I think it's
so that's canon, or that was like the original idea?
No, that's like canon. That's like in the like stories. If you go back and like look at legends or like look at the old books and stuff, he's like known to like chew or like lick his cane because it has like certain like stress relieving properties to it.
So he's a
and yet he still died.
Rabid koala.
I don't know where
no, but
from.
Also the original idea for Yoda was actually just a monkey in a robe wearing a mask.
That's so funny.
That's scary.
That's so funny.
No, but
I wish
serious.
they kept that in.
Like
that's so
the original idea was like a chimp wearing a robe and a mask. That was supposed to be Yoda's idea until they like, oh, let's have a puppet. I do think the monkey.
They should have put Elmo.
Elmo.
Wait, there needs to be a Muppet Star Wars. Like, they have that though, right?
No, it was just like that. It's that you're thinking of like the meme where it's like evil Kermit and like the cloak.
No, but Muppet Star Wars is a thing.
It is?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, Star Wars, watch it if you haven't. I know I'm gonna go home after this and watch the rest of it.
You better.
I will watch it. And with that being said, I want to say thank you all for watching, and remember to like and subscribe to the QHTV Odyssey television channel here on YouTube. I'm Elias Adedin.
I'm Nicholas Summeron.
And I'm Andrew.
He's Andrew. And we'll see you on the next episode of
Entertainment Overload.
Toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we got, set them free at the break of dawn, till one by one they were gone. Back at base, bugs in the software flash the message, something's out there, floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go